No, I mean, if I know you, I'll say something.
No, you don't know me,
Sorry, but, but I don't know much about family readings. Listen to me very carefully. They're making me feel there's an adult child that has crossed here. A young adult has passed at this table. I'm right. I'm right. Yeah. I don't, please don't say anything. You're starting to whisper. I don't want whispering. How are you guys connected?
Her,
Yeah.
friends.
You're all friends?
Yes.
I don't want to get any feedback. Pardon my back, ladies. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Listen to me very carefully. With all respect to that family down there, too, okay? People are either around when someone dies, or people are found dead. Make sense? I have the presence of a young adult here. It doesn't feel like a peanut. They feel like they're maybe teens, early 20s, something in there. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right around in there. Don't
Yes.
pin me down to an exact age. But it doesn't feel very babyish, and it doesn't feel like a 55-year-old adult son of someone that's 90 or something like that. My mother's going to be 88. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I mean, it's a little different. I'm going to do this very, very slow. Remember I said before when I was down there, someone was found dead? That's here. I have to be clear with you. When someone is found dead, this is my opinion. If they're sick for 6 weeks and the family says, oh, they're dying, we know it, and they happen to walk in on week number 3, and they happen to expire in week number 3, not week number 6, and they're found dead, it's different, right? But they all knew they were going to die. It was just like a week off here or there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm not referring to that. I'm referring to someone that's healthy, with all respect to Michael, her husband. That kind of a vibration hits me. And they go and do something a little different here. And they make me feel something happens to them. And they're found dead. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You guys all know? Oh, you all know each other?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's how it feels to me. And it makes me feel someone was looking for them. And they're crossed. I'm going to say something to you. You know if they were found, it feels to me like they were found dead at home.
Yes. Yes.
Make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Found dead at home. And they keep making me feel it was either in their bedroom, like that.
Yes.
Okay. They weren't found dead, with all respect to the family down there. There was a niece or someone that went into a garage. Remember I said I saw a garage or a shed? She said that's where she killed herself. This is different here. This feels in bedroom.
Yes.
And either the parents, someone's looking for them, knock, knock, wake up, something like this. And they go in, and they open up the door, and they're dead.
Yes.
Now, it's making me feel, this is a he, by the way.
Yes.
This is a boy, a young adult. And he makes me feel, but what he was doing caused this passing, though.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay, let's be clear. There are young people that can have an aneurysm. Someone can have a defective heart valve, and an electric spark can stop the heart. Something can do it, right? Which we had before with beautiful Michael. This feels different. You know, out on the streets, there's a lot of stuff going around. That's here. People use heroin. People take pills. Something. He's telling me his name is Joseph. What's his name?
Joseph.
Yeah. He said, I'm Joe. And he keeps, how are you connected to him?
My cousin.
I'm sorry. Whatever this energy field is, he's trusting you guys. I don't know if you know him well enough. I don't know. But he wants an apology to go to the family. If you run back and say, the psychic told me this, they're not even going to look at you. Just say, I went to see this crazy man, and your son came in, by name, Joseph, and he tells me he was found dead of drugs in his bedroom or something like that. And he keeps making me feel about the harm, the harm, the harm. He keeps tapping his head too, which is a sign of depression or something was going on inside his thinking process. He really feels out of it within me. I don't know if he had special needs or if he was really depressed, but something was really, really bothering him a great deal.
Yes.
Who is Angelo? Or Angie?
Angie is his grandmother.
I don't know. I'm only asking.
His grandmother.
I'm not asking if he had a nana or a grandma.
Grandma.
I mean, there's a tremendous. You can have Teresa, you can have Via, you can have Veronica.
Angie.
The names go on, and Mary is a common name. There's a million names out there.
Angie was his grandmother.
But he's telling me I'm with Angie.
His grandmother.
Or Angelina or Angie.
Yes,
something
Angelina.
like this.
Angelina, we called her Angie.
And who is Chi-Chi?
Chi-Chi was a family friend that he knew for many, many years.
Okay, let's hear me out, please. I don't pull these names out of the clear blue, even though it looks like I am. I'm not. He's echoing something into my head. I know ethnically, if it's an Italian-American family or an ethnic family, they have Tia, TT. I got it, I got it, I got it. I come out of an Irish culture. We don't have those ethnic references. But they're beautiful, but they're just not common to the Irish. We have other Orla, we have Fiona, we got different names, right? But he's telling me about Chi-Chi. Or Chicky, Chi-Chi, Chicky, Chicky, Chi-Chi, like that. I can hear it in my head. Listen to this too. You know, people like music, yes? I think people enjoy music. It's not a big stretch, right? People have iPods, car radios, whatever they play. But he keeps telling me something in the family that someone was either a professional musician, someone played the trombone or the trumpet or something. Was someone in a professional orchestra?
Not that I particularly know of.
All right, I'm going to push this. I'm not trying to be funny. He's showing me a tuba. Now, either he wants me to say the name Tubby or Chubby.
Chubby, yes.
Right.
Yes.
He wants me to refer to that name. Do you have a family member whose nickname is Chubby?
A family friend
Okay.
that
And
went back.
I'm going to say more to you. It's my opinion, I think, that many people like to gamble. Let's be fair. Atlantic City, now Jersey's got it online. I'm not a gambling guy. I'm not interested. I'm not knocking it. I just don't do it. The Super Bowl's coming up. Maybe I'll bet $100. Something. But it's like, you know, so rare that I would even... I'm just not interested in it for whatever reasons, right? There are people that like to really gamble. Would you know offhand, either in this family or this family, if someone gambled a great deal, but mainly horses?
Yes. Yes.
Let's be clear. If you think the average gambler today, they are going either to Powerball, Texas Hold'em, Joker Poker, online roulette, something. Not many people think today horse racing.
That's it.
Right? There are people that like to do horse racing, and they go to OTB on a Friday with $20 with a few beers after work and maybe get lucky. Right? And then you got people who are maniacs who know the jockeys. They know the names. They know what the horse had for lunch. They know the track the horse ran on. All that stuff. And they're showing me in my head, which is one of the symbols they use for me, is someone owned a horseshoe ring. Like this. And it has a single diamond chip in it. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
And if you've ever gone to some restaurants, I don't know about this particular restaurant, sometimes you'll see a picture framed with a horse with the roses around the neck. And they have the jockey sitting there with a big smile, and they have the owner and all the people with the purse money smiling very happy because they just hit it big. Either you have that kind of a picture in your home, someone has it in their house, something like that.
Yes, yes I do.
Is that your granddad? Who is this?
My uncle.
Okay.
His father.
His dad.
Owned.
So owned horses, race horses, track horses, was involved with the guys?
Yes.
That whole bit?
Yes.
So hear me out. What Joseph is doing is describing people that are with him. So he wants through you, your cousin, through the family, wants you to know not only has he had been received on the other side, but he is with family members who are taking care of him, and he taking care of them. That's what he's describing to me. Does that make sense? I'm going to say one other thing. There's a reason why today people can't stand there when they lower the casket into the ground. They get rid of everybody, and then hours later the funeral people come in and... Because people can't bear it. You know, if you bury a child or something, you watch that baby go into the... You want to jump off a building, right? You can't bear it. But either someone actually did it here, or someone held on to the casket or the person in the casket, and they wouldn't let go. Who wouldn't let them bury them?
His wife.
I mean like with a gun at the door kind of a feeling, or you're not taking him out of here kind of a feeling. I'm not talking about a lot of crying, and I want to go back and revisit 10 times.
The daughter.
Do you not remember this? This is your daughter?
We were there. We were
Okay, then I want to be very clear. Did you guys witness someone who refused to let them take the casket out of the building?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let's be clear, let's be clear,
Yes,
let's
yes,
be clear.
yes.
You may want to go back in 5 times to say goodbye one more time, one more time, one more time, one more time. It almost makes me feel connected to this, that there was a barricading of the door. In the funeral parlor, there was a scene. Like they had to call the cops almost, like you got to get them out of here. They won't let you take the body out of the room. That extreme. How was that connected here?
That was his daughter
His daughter
And
and the wife.
the wife and
would
Carmine.
not let
Then take him out.
take them out. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I'm almost done with this. So this is connected to Joseph. So they find their beautiful son, or through that family, their son is laid out in the funeral parlor, wherever that may be. And it's so horrible to grief, they refuse to separate from their child. Right? Now, we've all been to funerals. I can't remember in my lifetime, and I've been to many, where someone has barricaded themselves in a funeral parlor. I can't even think of one, where someone barricades themselves in and says, we're not leaving, and you're not taking our son where he's going nowhere. But it happened here, didn't it?
Yeah.
He's telling me this story. Who is Carmen?
Carmine.
Who's Carmine?
A very dear friend of his.
Very dear friend of his. Very
Like
close, like a
brothers.
brother.
Was he also standing there?
Yes.
Not letting them take him out?
I don't know.
Yeah, Carmine stayed at the end and wouldn't let anybody. He did the final. Yes.
I want to talk about Mr. Carmine for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Was he involved with auto body work?
Yes.
He could be Carmine the doctor.
No.
He could be a therapist.
No.
He could be the owner of the funeral parlor. But they're making me, and I don't want to hurt hearts here.
Yeah.
This is going to be very tricky. May I do this?
Go right
Okay, I
ahead.
want to be tricky. They're making me feel this now. This is, and listen, not every Irishman is a drunk, and not every Italian American is a wise guy. So let's get that out, because it offends me, and it offends very hardworking, good ethnic people, right? There are people that cross over lines. And the Irish had the Westies, they had the Hell's Kitchen Gang. We had our share of maniacs, too. The Boston Irish were lunatics, right? They just caught that guy, Whitey with a bolt, whatever the hell his name is. He's doing his right, and he should belong in the can the rest of his life. But they're making me feel this fellow Carmine was either connected to this, he was in the body shop business, something. And either he's in prison now, or he did big time.
He did.
And he makes me feel if you firebomb something, he blew up somebody. Yes or no?
Absolutely.
That's right.
Oh my God.
That's correct.
Oh my God.
And that's what Joseph is telling me, that I was being protected by a guy who's in the can. And he's making me feel that he was a firebomb guy, or he blew up somebody else's stuff.
The FBI.
That's right. And he keeps telling me that Carmine would not let them take this body out.
That's
And finally, of course, they had it conceived because this young man had it put to rest.
That is the honest truth.
That's I
That's
know.
how it
Oh, I
went
know.
down.
I don't make up anything. I know what I'm hearing, though.
That went down.
I know what I
Absolutely
hear.
to the T.
Yep, that's what I heard. Final comment. The soul is at rest completely. And he's with these other people. But to prove it to you, he had to share this very detailed story. We've never met.
No.
That's what I've just heard. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is that Jumbo?
Joseph.
Was Jumbo? Oh my God.
Carmine.